Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss about the chain of the responsibility design pattern, and here is the sample code, and I will try to explain it how to implement the chain of the responsibility design pattern. So what we can do it first. First we'll see the UML diagram, and after that we'll come back to the code. So here is the UML diagram for the chain of the responsibility. So this is the one of the client, and then we have the handler, right? So it will be the interface, and we'll have the like process request and set successor method we'll have it. So to the process request, we'll process the request, and then it will get handled by the concrete handler, right? So all the process requests will get handled by either the managing director, or president, or CEO, right? So this will be basically the set successor will be the abstract method, okay, and this set successor will implement in the managing director class, right? Re-implement, and the same way in the president and CEO also we will override set successor method, okay. So let's move to the code. So here what I'm doing, I have created one class where the new office purchase setup. Okay. So what we will do for the new office, what are the things is required, like number of the product, total order quantity, and project name for which project we are going to buy this. And then the constructor, in this constructor we are passing three parameters to set assign the value, right? Whenever the object will get created for the new office setup purchase. Okay, and after that I have created the iApprover interface, and here the set successor method is there, and process request, and this iApprover interface that we are going to inherit into the aapprover class, tApproval class. Okay, so tApproval class that will have the set successor we need to define again, and process request, these two methods again we need to define. So what process request we will do, process request will pass the new office setup purchase object, okay, and this is the virtual method, virtual option. So this method will become the abstract method, and the tApproval class will become the abstract class, right? Now we need to create the concrete handler classes, right? That is going to handle, okay, that is going to approve, okay. So if any request will come, we know that the chain of the responsibility design, right? Whenever the user will send any request, like any of the object, right, within a chain will try to process the request, okay. So if you set the successor, then only the successor will when the request will not get handled by any of the object, then the successor of that object, right, will try to handle it, right. Now here this is the abstract method. So process request in the managing director, if you see that this is the concrete handler. So we have three concrete handler: managing director class, president class, and CEO. So it's depend on the like, and in each class is right, managing director is getting like it's inheriting the tApproval class, similar with the president also tApproval class, and we will implement the process request, that is the abstract method, into our the managing director class, okay. So these the concrete handler classes, right? Here the different logic is there, for the approval for the particular request, okay. So if you see that the for managing director, what is the process request, okay, and the process request having the object of the new office setup purchase class, okay. So let's see here. So if the purchase item, right, is less than 10 crore, then so if the purchase item is less than the 10 crore, then the managing director can approve the request, right? If it is not the less than less than 11 crore, if the purchase order is less than 11 crore, okay, then managing director can approve this request. And else what, if we will check the successor, if successor is right, not equal to nil, that means something is defined the successor for managing director, okay, then it will go to the successor, right? This request will go to the successor object. So that successor object will be handle the request, okay. If the request is get handled here itself is the fine, right? It will not go to the successor. But if this request is not getting handled by the manager, then it will check the successor is defined, right, for this managing director. Then it will go to the next successor, like whoever the successor object, that will take the responsibility to approve the request. Similar in the president also the process request. So some on the basis of the sum of the amount, right? The either managing director can approve and then the president can approve if less than, right, 101 crore. Just we are assuming that it should be more than 11 crore and less than 101 crore. Okay. And again that if the president is able to approve this one, then fine. Otherwise, it will go to the what is the successor is assigned for the president. Okay. Similar for the CEO here. Okay. So for the CEO also the same. If less than 1,100 crore, right, total amount order is there, then CEO can approve. Otherwise, it will go for the board of the director or board of the CEO will get approved. Okay. So I have considered it the managing director and after that president, right, the successor and the CEO. So here I'm in the client call. Here I'm setting that for the managing successor I'm setting the president, and for the president successor I'm setting the CEO. Okay, and we'll see that what is the successor, right? So on the successor we are just setting the like interface. Okay, and after that we'll see about the how the client right, request will come. So here I have taken the object of the I approval, right? Managing director of type I approval, president and CEO, purchase item, variable type, new office set purchase. Okay. Then I'm creating the object and assigning to these variables. And then here I'm setting the successor. So first, like complete class, right? The managing director, I'm set the successor president. So object I'm just passing here, setting the successor, right? And similarly, for the president, set the successor is CEO. Okay. So first thing is right when the request will go to the managing director. If managing director will able to handle the request, right? Suppose the first request, I'm just creating the object for the new office setup purchase. Okay. I'm passing the see the what we are doing in the new office computer purchase. Okay, and this is the amount. So what is the computer purchase amount is 10 crore. Okay. So what will happen? First thing the object is created, the purchase item is the object, and then we are sending the this request to the managing director, right? So here the managing director that the object that process request I'm passing the object of the right tune new office setup purchase. Okay. So what will happen? It will go here and object managing director that process request. So this is managing director that process request. It will go here and try to check it. If this is the request will get handled, then fine. Otherwise, it will go to the successor. So we know that the successor for the managing director is the president. Then it will go to the president. Right here, the code will go. If president will able to approve, then fine. Otherwise, it will go to the CEO level. Right. So let's run and we'll see that, right? How they say line by line and we'll try to understand. So I'm just debugging. Okay, on the click of the chain of the responsibility button, here this code will client code will get executed, and this is the memo where all the message will print. Okay. So here the object is getting created and assigning. Okay. Let's see here that we are setting the successor for this. So managing director we are setting the successor president, and for the president we are setting the successor CEO object. Okay. So the set successor we need to pass the object of the complete class. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, I'm creating the object of the new office setup purchase, and what the new project is there, the new office computer purchase, and amount is 10 crore. Okay. So let's F7. The constructor will get called. Now the process request, right? So F7 again. Now here we'll see that the total amount is 10 crore, so it is less than the 11 crore, right? So then that means the managing director can approve the request. Okay, and just writing this line into the memo, and then it right then else part will not go, and directly the request is approved right here. The request is handled, then it will come out. So for this request, right, um, this request is handled by the managing director class, right? Now next is the again what we are doing. Again we are I'm filling the object purchase item object and creating right the new object, passing the parameter relevant parameter. So the new office software purchase project software purchasing. Okay. So what is the purchase cost here? It's 100 crore. Fine. So now we will process the request for this. So it will go to the managing director, okay, and then it will check it here 100 crore. So it's not less than 100, 11 crore. 100 is not less than 11 crore. So it will go to the else one. And what is the successor? So for the managing director, successor is president, right? So it will go to the F successor that process request. It will go to the president, right? It will go to the president and it will execute it. I didn't put the break one, that's why it did not go. Right. So next we'll see that again I'm freeing the object of the purchase item and then creating the new office setup purchase class object, right? And here the project is new office building purchase. So what is the cost for the building? 1,000 crore, right? Now we'll see that again the managing director dot process request. So we'll see here this is the 1,000 crore, so it is not less than 11 crore. So obviously it will go to the else part, and here again it will go to the successor. So now the managing director successor is the president. So it's going to the president this call, right? Process request. And this is 1,000 crore is less than 101, right? It's false. So again it will go to the else part. And it will again process request for the successor, right? So it will go to the CEO. And here it will be the 1,000 crore is less than the 1,001 crore. So in this case the CEO will approve the request. Okay. Now next is the our request is 3,000 crore. Right, sorry, expense is 2,000 crore. The new building resource right expense yearly. So in this we will see that how the request is going. So we are calling the managing director process request here. This is false, so else part it will go to the successor. Here also it is false, right? So it will go to the successor. And here the total amount is 2,000. So even the CEO cannot approve, right? So it will go to the else part and that's printing the message. The group of CEO board of the director approval is required for this. So this is the chain of the responsibility. You can see that when printing the messages, managing director approve, president approve, CEO approve, and finally the 3,000 right employee. Okay. The group of CEO board of director approval is required.